Hi, Nick Tuckert here with the Historical Fencing Guild. Today I'm going to be talking about how to make a low-cost training practice staff just like the one I've been using on the videos, before this and you'll see after. While I practice, assorted Eastern, Western, whatever martial arts, I find a 5-foot walking stick both one of the most practical things to use for self-defense and to aid in my assorted mobility issues because, longtime fans know I have difficulty and sometimes I cannot walk unaided. So if I'm going to carry a stick, I should train in its application. So I decided I needed something I could spar with, the assorted synthetic weapons. So I made this. My low-cost training staff is a 5-foot long piece of 3/4 inch conduit. It's PVC. It's thick wall. Now, I have had experience with 1/2-inch PVC being used and it splitting. This is, like I said, this is a 3/4 inch, and it is a very, very good good training weapon. It is light. It is balanced. Now, I added a couple very basic features to make it, 1, more effective for me, and 2, to help it use. Instead of my usual PVC end caps, these are table feet. These are 3/4 inch, either table or chair feet. They take a little sting out of the end and give a very positive against armor feel for a thrust. It doesn't, take it all away. Calibration is crucial when you're using a weapon like this, but it does make it easy. These cost, I want to say, $2 for 4 of them at, Menards. The other feature I did that is very important, and you wouldn't think, is this. What this is, and it was meant to be a temporary measure, but it's working so well, I don't really feel a reason to do it. It's a little bit of rope. It's just dollar store 1/4 inch junk rope. That plastic stuff. Wrapped a couple times, and then hot glued a little bit to hold it in place, and then wrapped with duct tape. It is approximately a foot from both ends. Now, why did I do that? 2 reasons. 1, it gives a little bit of weight, so it makes it twirl a little easier, for your spins. And 2, and much more importantly, it gives you these stops. So if you watch very often when I'm fighting, you'll see my hands telescope around. This tells me, without me looking, exactly where I am relative to the end of my weapon. This is an advantage. It also allows for the pool cue strikes, which it's hard to show this close. But I can now stop right here and know I'm not going to slide off the edge and lose all my leverage. And I still have enough to manipulate it in methods that I find working. The important thing is this came in a 10-foot chunk. You've seen the padded glaive I use sometimes in some of the much older videos. This is the other half. It was $1.27 at the time. It may have gone up to $2. So the whole thing runs about $5. And so far, I've had absolutely no trouble using it with controlled calibration against any of the synthetic weapons. It's worked outstandingly well against boffers. It works outstandingly well against Rawlings or the assorted whites, your Purple Heart Armory, your Black Fencer through South Coast Swords, even the Cold Steel assorted trainers. This holds up much better than I ever thought it would. Now, do I think it could break under extreme zones? Certainly. But part of what we teach is calibration. And thus far, this has been an absolute dream. So anybody who's doing any training and you're looking for something cheap but effective to work with, I really recommend just this simple model of training staff. I hope this was educational for you. If you like what I'm doing, if you like videos like this, if you like the sparring, like, share, subscribe. I also, please, please, if you can find it in your heart, I have a Patreon. We are, in my house getting ready to go on, move. We're going to have to relocate, and I'm basically trying to gather up whatever funds I can to help on a down payment on wherever we end up. So anything you can do would be very appreciated, either through Patreon, through buying my book in whatever format. If you can't share it, recommend it. Any word of mouth can be helpful too. I appreciate it so much. We've got some new subscribers. I have 2 patrons. I'm very proud to have them. You guys are wonderful people. I'd love to get some more, because as you guys, as I get money, I can afford better gear, better cameras, better equipment. And I'm hoping to be able to set up a whole studio solely for these videos once I get to my new location. I'll keep you guys apprised. Thank you. And as always, support your local swordmaster.